Hey everyone, welcome to Rekt, and we're about to watch the first episode of The Last of Us. This show, I've been looking forward to this show ever since it was announced. I already play games, but I never got to play The Last of Us because I just did not have the console for it. This game was released all the way back in 2013 on the PS3, and during that generation of consoles, I had an Xbox 360. And I got an Xbox 360 because I came from the PS1. I never had a PS2, but I had a PS1 when I was younger. And so when I was deciding whether to get the 360 versus the PS3, I thought maybe I should try another system. And that's what I did. I got a 360. Then shortly thereafter, I realized the exclusives for the 360 were not for me. They were like Gears of War, Halo, Fable, just not my type of games. And I really wanted to play The Last of Us. I just could not justify getting a PS3 at the end of its life cycle. And then when the PS4, I'm not even sure if the PS4 was already out in 2013, but I could also not justify getting a PS4 because I didn't have the time to play any more games. I was still playing games on my 360 at the time. So yeah, I just never got to play this game. But I did see there was a time when the intro for the game was making its rounds because so many people were reacting to it, and so I watched those videos. So I do know what happens in the intro. But apart from that, I know nothing about the game. I do have a general idea of what the game's about, just because it's been out for like for a decade now. It's been out for a while, and you know, you kind of just see it, stuff about it all throughout, dribbled all over the internet. And even I know about the DLC where you play as, I'm not sure if I should say, but anyway, I just wanted to give you an idea of what I know about The Last of Us. I think this is the only time I'm gonna mention it. Maybe in future videos, I'm just gonna put a footnote that I do know about The Last of Us. I just don't know the trajectory of the story or how the story unfolds and stuff like that. I am familiar with a couple of the names: Joel, Ellie, Tess, Fireflies, but I don't know their roles or what they are. So hopefully, I'm just hoping that this is a good video game adaptation, because I know The Last of Us is coming out to the PC this year, and I do want to play that because I have a capable computer now for gaming. So eventually I do want to play, but what I'm hoping for this adaptation is that it's faithful to the video game, but at the same time does not alienate people who have never played the game, like myself. And I wish for it to be faithful because, like I said, I want to play the game eventually. And when I do play the game, I want to be able to appreciate the game alongside the series. So that's my only hope, is that it's a decent TV show. It's something that you can get invested in without having played the game or having played the game. And the reason why I'm reacting to this is I read that Neil Druckmann, I'm not sure, did he direct the game? But he was involved in the game and he's involved with the show. So I think that's a very good sign, you know? And it also stars Pedro Pascal as well as Bella Ramsey. And this is my first video on this channel, by the way. I already did reactions before for the later seasons. So I think it was season 7 and then the beginning of season 8. But I stopped because I was no longer enjoying the show. And for some reason, I thought it was because I was taping myself and you know, thinking about editing afterwards, uploading and stuff like that. But no, the show just was not very good anymore, and it was on a different channel anyway. But yeah, here we go. Fingers crossed.
Pan meaning all, the whole world becomes sick all at once.
Sounds familiar.
Inside an ant, for example, travels through its circulatory system to the...
Yeah, I've seen that clip
It keeps its puppet alive.
Oh, so
by
it's alive? It's
preventing
still alive?
decomposition. How? Where to go?
Live
Spread
puppets,
the
not
infection to every last human
zombies.
alive by any means necessary. We lose.
Wow. It almost looks like the Game of Thrones intro. But yeah, I've seen that clip of the ant with, so I guess it's a fungus, you know, and it was growing out of its head, and the ant was still functioning. Was that featured in the game? It looks promising so far. That intro did not look like it came from the game, because I distinctly remember the game starting off on a couch. So this is Sarah. Destiny's Child on the wall. Here's Neil Druckmann. It looks good as Joel.
Fractions.
So I guess she's very independent as a student.
Where is that, Middle East? Doesn't ring a bell. It's definitely.
No, it's in Indonesia.
I'm still eating my eggshells.
You got 7.
I'm still eating my eggshells. Look at that JanSport bag.
Speaking of,
This girl looks familiar.
we got a lot of extra.
Why don't they want to hang out with their neighbors? I swear you will use this later in life. What was she doing? Was she twitching? My mom used to work
20.
That's it?
at a flop shop.
Okay, 30. All day.
Stuff is already going on. Why is she shaking her head? This house looks really cozy, but it also looks very old people. The dog obviously knows something's wrong. Why would you not check? I would check. Are you alright? This is how the game starts, as a cinematic. I like that they expanded on the day. You gonna do the same thing?
What?
I don't hear anything.
That was lame. They're lame.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's the kind of dad
Thank you.
who puts himself behind
Oh, this
others.
one.
I just realized that she looks like
Of course I won't. It's too heavy.
Andy Newton from Mission Impossible 2 plus Westworld. I'm pretty sure that's her daughter, because she looks exactly like her. You're 16. It's just been 3 hours. How far is Travis County from their house? That's where Joel comes in the game.
Instructions. Stay indoors.
Oh, mercy. Oh, he's scared.
Easy.
Take him inside and lock the doors. What is she doing going out? It's 2 a.m. Take Mercy back in your house and lock the doors. Oh no, she's going.
Mercy!
Even the dog doesn't want to go back to the Adlers. The door is wide open at 2 a.m. If this was like 8 p.m., I would check in, but it's 2 a.m. You go back home, you call the cops. Because what if there are intruders, like robbers? But obviously there's no robbers. Because the older Mrs. Hathaway's already twitching. Someone's gonna pop up. Oh. Help me. What's she gonna do? What's that? It's like fuzzy spider legs. Run! I guess she wasn't shot. Shoot her. What happened? Did you break her hip?
What are we doing, Joe?
Shoot! It's a very beginning of a video game move. The wrench. Why would you drop it? Take it with you. I would equip myself with everything I could get.
Denise, you get back inside the house! You lock your doors now!
Get your seatbelt on.
Hold on.
Wow, that was quick. Why did that sound like a guy? I thought it was. Her name was Denise.
You'd have to go lock. Right?
Oh, she's worried that she might also be infected because she did go downtown to watch.
Shit.
For some reason, that looked like an edge of a cliff.
It's good for them.
What was Joel suggesting? Just run people over? That plane looked like it was like going up. Oh, it is crashing. So that's how they flip in the show. Their car flips in the show. Because the car from earlier, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to like T-bone them in the game. Climb over the car.
Head to the river, I'll find a way.
What? There's literally a space there without link. But I guess the surface would be too hot. Are they eating people or just like sucking their blood? Close the door. Wow.
Don't move.
My daughter's hurt. Her ankle.
Stop right there.
I wish you would just say her ankle was twisted.
We are not sick! You stop.
Yeah, the soldier was really just following orders.
No.
This was the intro that I watched countless reactions.
I know, baby. I know. I know it hurts. You come on. I know,
Just
baby.
tell her I love you.
I know.
Tommy, help me.
Come on, get up. Come on, baby girl.
She's gone. I knew that was gonna happen, but it's still sad. Boston. Well, 2023. Neck 5 minutes, 2 hours or so, like 24 hours. Oh, so it depends where you got bit. That's why the Adlers were so quick to turn. Red is never a good color for tests. Just being too comforting. I think they're just gonna use the nice end. Because the thing was red. See, she's being too comforting. But I guess if they have to do it, that's the better way to go about it. Humane thing to go about it. Joel. I bet it's the kid. I knew it. Wow. Bootlaces. 2 ration cards for bootlaces? That's how you buy things? If you need laces for your shoes, just use rope or something. Why public though? I guess to make an example out of them? Are those cigarettes? Does Joel smoke? He's the bad guy.
What's that?
So the Fireflies are like a rebellion, or like freedom fighters.
Fucking guys.
This other guy looks
About your
like
guy.
he's 14.
When he shoots you, I mean, put yourself in my shoes.
Like he answers to me.
So that was the Fireflies? So Tess and Joel are not fireflies. We're a waste of a truck.
I'm not a firefly!
Anna Torv is good. I'm familiar with her. Oh, it's Ellie now. I'm familiar with her from Fringe, but I've never seen that show in its entirety. Mainly because it's a J.J. Abrams show, and I don't trust J.J. Abrams anymore after Alias and Lost. The guy in the back looks like Ashton Kutcher.
State your name, slowly. Veronica. Fedra, you
They're
hear
just
me?
giving them
Let me out
fake
or you're
names.
gonna pay, motherfuckers!
73K Orlando out.
So these people are sending out like telegrams. Oh, so he's the one that smokes. This is how he cuts in line.
It hasn't been that long. It's been 3 weeks. It's never taken him more than a day to respond.
I would be worried after just 2 days if he responds daily. How did Tommy get to Wyoming? So I guess Joel and Tess are together. They were teenagers.
The team in place at Southeast 3?
I held them back. I have some questions.
What to tell them?
Tell them to follow fucking orders.
Yes?
Are we winning? Are we beating Fedra here? Are the
They are.
Fireflies beating Fedra anywhere?
Rebellion takes
Freedom
time.
fighters.
5 for 20.
If you're feeling
You
lost,
tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
So I guess that guy's a firefly and he was trying to recruit Joel. Look at that boot just ripping. Ew! Wipe your mouth! Even she's checking herself.
You my fucking mom or something?
And look like your mom?
Why not? She could be your mom.
Was Riley a terrorist?
Oh, shit.
That looks really
Maybe down
good.
here is where he was infected.
Very creepy, but very good. As far as practical effects go. For a second there, I thought it was moving when Tess turned around because of the shadow.
How far are we going?
This far.
She didn't sound too sure.
You smell that?
Dead bodies? Oh, that's fresh. Still dripping.
Tess.
It's Robert.
Well, the battery's no good. He still tried to sell it.
Wow. What a waste of space. So he had a shootout with Marlene. They're all just dead.
You can't be stupid like this.
Look at that stance.
Kim, you don't have a fucking ear on your fucking head, could you please? There's a team of fire.
Oh, poor Kim.
I swear.
So is Tommy a firefly? As Joel said, you turned my own brother against me. Is that why?
Asshole.
That's how he went, or he got to Wyoming.
You trust her?
Is Salem in Wyoming?
Me neither.
Can we hand that kid over?
We all talk it through, but please remember that I'm bleeding out. Ellie.
She could be Ellie's mother. She's so motherly to Ellie. Her tone. Marlene mentioned something about a guy in Salem. Joel and Tess are not fireflies, but I guess them and Marlene have like some sort of a mutual respect. Oh, come on, that was very obvious. I like Bella Ramsey as Ellie. I don't know the actual characterization in the game, but I like her here.
Give us a minute, all right?
What the fuck?
I wouldn't complain. I would explore in the room. I would snoop. Good job. Have to go in Frank's. Nothing new stock.
So who's Bill and Frank? Saying like wake me up before you go? Gotcha. A's means trouble.
Just testing him.
Listen.
What was he gonna tell her?
To fight infection and insurrection.
That looked legit heavy. Look at his head, it's all slimy. How do you just forget something like that?
We're gonna take the left.
This looks like a very video game level.
Don't move!
This is Joel's friend.
You gotta be shitting me.
Or
Okay, let's talk
acquaintance.
this out. Turn around. Move.
It's ringing. He's getting PTSD. No, we do it. Gonna die. Well, I guess he had to die. Otherwise, he would have reported them.
No, I'm not sick.
Joe!
I'm not sick.
Joe!
I'm not sick. Look. This is 3 weeks old. Nobody lasts more than a day. Just as look at the old to you.
And the journey begins. Never let me down again, did it, you know? What decade is that? I don't recognize the song. You'd have to look that up. Never let me down. There's something on the rooftop there. It's 1987. So who's the other person in the radio? Is it the same guy sending out telegrams for people? But yeah, okay, so that was a good pilot, and it stands on its own. It explains stuff that I think needs to be cleared up for people not familiar with the game, and I think it's also consistent with the game, if that makes sense. And if the intro is any indication of the kind of changes that they're planning on making with the rest of the season, like for example the intro with Sarah and Joel, because it started on the couch in the game, and she falls asleep, she wakes up, and then the zombie or the infected attacks, and then they try to escape, and then all that stuff happens. And I knew Sarah was gonna die because I've seen that particular intro countless times, watching people react to it. It's still sad though, but especially considering that they extended. The intro was basically, or the first half, I think. The first half was basically a day in the life of Sarah, because it was from her point of view for the most part. And if that's any indication of what they plan on doing is expand on this world, then I'm all for it, because I think that helps flesh out these characters. Unless you get flashbacks of Sarah in the game, I think that part was original for the show. And Anna Torv as Tess, I knew it was going to be Anna Torv playing Tess because I watched Blind Wave's reaction to the trailer, and I think it was Eric who said, "Oh, that's Anna Torv from Fringe," and he mentioned Fringe, and I'm familiar with Fringe. I've seen a few episodes of the first season of Fringe, but I never finished it because it's J.J. Abrams. He bamboozled me with Alias. He bamboozled me with Lost. I was not about to get bamboozled again with Fringe. But yeah, this is a good show. I'm kind of curious what other people think of the show, especially players. I really like that. What impresses me so far is that I believe the world that these characters are living in. I felt the same way in the first seasons, or the first handful of seasons of Game of Thrones. I believed the world. You know, it felt lived in. It felt almost organic, you know? But in the later seasons of the show, for some reason, everything was so perfect. Like even Daenerys' hair. Because it just, I don't know, it almost feels like a school play when everything is so perfect and proper and clean, you know? That's one of the reasons why I could no longer buy any of the situations in the later seasons of Game of Thrones. But yeah, that's a different topic altogether. So yeah, that was the first episode of The Last of Us, called When You're Lost in the Darkness. I'm really looking forward to the second episode, and I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And also click the notification bell to get notifications of new uploads. This has been Rekt. It's a stupid name, but I couldn't come up with a cool name. This has been Rekt, and see you in the next video. Thanks.